Good? We're ready. Whenever you are. We have extra copies of the strips. No. Strips up there, though. Yeah.
brings making the arts department at Banquet a vibrant and inspiring place to be. The Arts Banquet is designed to appreciate and recognize the outstanding contributions of all the students who have been involved in extracurricular activities across our department at Banquet. Whether you have dedicated your time to media broadcasting, stage crew, theater, or music, tonight is about you and the impact you have had. We are so pleased to welcome you to the cafeteria tonight, but before we begin this evening, we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that Northeast Kings Education Center is located in Mi'kmaq, the ancestral and unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Mi'kmaq people, and we acknowledge them as the past, present, and future caretakers. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship, which Mi'kmaq, Maliseet, and Passamaquoddy people signed with the British Crown in 1725. The treaties did not deal with the surrender of lands and resources, but in fact recognizes the Mi'kmaq title and established the rules for what was to be ongoing relationship between nations. We are all treaty people. At this time, you will be given the opportunity to mingle, take photos, grab some wonderful food, and enjoy the potluck you have all generously contributed to. At 7 p.m., we will begin the official award ceremony. A shared PowerPoint presentation will guide us through the evening, and back in the back, printed programs will be available to you to help you follow along. In addition to this, we will be having our music department AGM toward the end of the evening, and the financials and chairperson's report is also available back there to you. You may proceed. dedication and spirit of the students we have had the pleasure of working with this year. And students, you have also had the chance to share some beautiful things with us about your peers. Tonight we will recognize students from every area of the arts department. This evening is all about celebrating your journey, your rehearsals, your creations, your commitment, and the memorable moments that you have made this year so special. So thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for everything you have given to the arts at NIDAC. Let's enjoy this celebration together. To invite Mr. Fry to come forward to share a few words about the Media Club and Broadcasting and to present the awards to the students who have been involved in this important extracurricular activity.
Thank you very much, Ms. Salmon. Welcome again, everybody. Glad you're here. Glad we were able to put this together this year. This was a lot of work, especially on behalf of Ms. Salmon. I think if you told about the hours she's put in tonight, it's over 15 hours by now, probably more. She's a little crazy. So thank you very much, Ms. Salmon, and thank you all for being here tonight. Ms. Lair and I do our part to help, but she's kind of a powerhouse, as you students of her will find out by now. Okay, so on to Media Club and Broadcasting. So the Media Club and Broadcasting Club at Banquet, we do a lot of behind the scenes work for our school. We're setting up broadcasts. I mean, we're broadcasting this right now. We do the live announcements every morning on YouTube. So when our teachers get up in the morning, they pick up YouTube, they go to Banquet's broadcasting channel, and then we do our announcements over that way. Which we're lucky to have as a school. The equipment that we're using is expensive, and the knowledge our kids are gaining when they're setting those announcements up is crucial, not just for if they want to do a job in broadcasting, but just knowing how that stuff works in today's environment, the way we're getting more and more reliant on technology, that they're gaining some valuable skills. So I am proud of what we do with that. We're able to play our national anthems, we're able to play cultural anthems. So on Mondays we play the honor song, on Fridays we play the Every Voice Can Sing. We even get, on Wednesdays we get our international anthems going. So we have something like 20 or 30 different international students here at our school, probably more than that. And we play anthems from all around the world. We play anthems from the kids so they can get a little taste of home every Wednesday. So, broadcasting is a little bit different. So sometimes it's considered the same club, sometimes it's considered a different club. I like to call it a spin-off or connected, just by a very small string. So it goes above and beyond bringing the tech skills after school events. So something like basketball, hockey, we have our fine arts and athletic banquets we're live streaming. So tomorrow night we have the athletic banquet here as well. We're also going to be live streaming that. There in the back there, Maddie is our broadcasting lead. She's also the vice president of the Media Club, so she does a couple different leadership roles. And she helps me quite a bit with the broadcasting stuff, so I really appreciate her. One last little piece of info before I get to the fun part, to the awards. This year, at least broadcasting, we had a bit of a rough start. We showed up on the first day of school after, some of our equipment was borrowed, and it was not working. Our computer would not turn on, and we had all these teams that are, waiting for us to come broadcast their stuff, and we don't have our very expensive, very speedy broadcasting computer available, which was kind of scary. So my team and I, but mostly my team, because they're awesome, was able to get a regular desktop computer and use that as a broadcasting system. And I don't know if you know how much power, juice, and internet it requires to do broadcasting over the internet, but it's a lot. So we squeezed every megabit of speed out of this little desktop computer that we could, and that lasted us the majority of the year until finally our broadcasting machine was up and running. So luckily we have the good machine in the back tonight that's doing a really good job. But Maddie and her team and I were able to squeeze a lot of power out of that little desktop computer, so we're happy about that. Now the fun part. I won't keep you any longer. I'm going to honor 3 folks tonight. They're across the media and broadcasting teams. So first up is the Junior Anchor Award. So this award is we're going to recognize a middle school media club member. They can be media club or broadcasting. They show confidence, they show perseverance, and a willingness to learn and try new things. So they really show grit, because with our middle schoolers, it can be kind of terrifying to hop up in front of that camera and go live the first time. It can even be scary to go live the fifth time. Right? So they show a lot of bravery, and they get up and they do it every single time that they're asked. So this year, the award is going to a guy that has shown all of these things and more. He's always willing to jump in front of the camera. He exhibits an enthusiasm when he reads the morning news updates. He regularly lights up the room with confidence, even when he's not quite on air. So, the 2025 Junior Anchor Award goes to... The second award for me tonight is the Golden Mic Award. Ooh, imagine this, golden and shiny. So this award goes to a member of the media team specifically who shows excellence in on-air skills. So that looks like skills such as speaking cadence. Okay? No one wants that person up on the news that's speaking a little bit too fast or a little bit too slow and monotone, right? So they have good speaking cadence, they have enthusiasm, they have an on-air presence, they exhibit this confidence when they're on air that just makes the news better to watch. Right? And when things inevitably go wrong, because tech is not perfect, they improvise to their best and they help not just themselves, but their teammates get through that broadcast. This year's winner of the Golden Mic Award is well on her way to mastering these skills. They always show up in the media room with a radiant smile and a positive attitude. They have made Fridays even more glorious than they were before with their addition of, and this is going to sell it, Bow Tie Friday. And that person is Izzy Park. Finally, just one more from me. We have something called the Executive Producer Award. So this award recognizes either a media or a broadcasting member for their behind-the-scenes sweat and toil. The person who receives the award shows tremendous work ethic and care. They show passion for their respective club, and they really want to see it succeed and improve. This one's a little bit more long-winded because it's a pretty significant award. So when I started teaching here at Banquet, I quickly learned that I didn't want to be teaching anywhere else. And anyone I've taught, you know that by now. I'm a little obsessed with this school. So in order to cement my place at this awesome school, I adopted a phrase that I would go on to say a lot, probably hundreds of times. And I've been quoted saying it by Miss Salmon. And that is, sure, no problem. And I like to think that that phrase is part of the reason I'm lucky enough to still be teaching at Banquet. You know, someone asks me to do something, sure, no problem. This year's winner impresses me on a near weekly basis. It would be daily if I saw them that often, but a near weekly basis with a similar attitude. Whatever challenge I throw at her, the answer is sure, no problem, Mr. Fry, I got you. I didn't even tell her this story. She just happens to use the same phrase that I did, which is fun. So, she works harder than most of the teenagers I've ever met. Her teachers and friends will tell you the exact same thing. I'm very, very proud to present this year's winner of the Executive Producer Award, Maddie Stern. I'd like to invite Ms. Salmon and Ms. Lear to join me and share a few words about Stage Crew and present our expo.
Okay, I would like to take a moment to talk about a group that often works behind the scenes, literally, and whose contributions are absolutely essential to the success of all the numerous presentations that happen during the school year, and that is our stage crew. They help with absolutely everything. Every guest speaker, every time there is a dance, they're on it. They're the ones who set up the chairs and move the equipment and roll and unroll the tarps, and that's not a small feat. Their work is often invisible to the audience, but it is impossible to ignore their impact. Too often, stage crew's efforts are taken for granted. But tonight, I want to say loud and clear how much we appreciate them. These students embody dedication, reliability, and teamwork. They show up every time we call with a smile on their faces and a willingness to help. To the students on stage crew, please know that your hard work does not go unnoticed. You make what we do possible. On behalf of everyone in the arts department, thank you. We appreciate you, we admire you, and we are so proud of you. At this time, I would like to ask Ms. Salmon to present our Stage Crew Award.
I am very excited to present this year's Stage Crew Award, and it's called the Sling and Shine Award. So this award recognizes a student who embodies the spirit of flexibility, because there needs to be a lot of that when you're setting up things, and dedication. The recipient is someone who always jumps in where needed, lifting or carrying or adjusting and adapting, but with a smile. They are quick to organize bodies and make sure that everything is in place and command space in a way that actually lifts up their peers. Like the perfect stage crew member, they sling the gear and make things shine by bringing a can-do attitude that's infectious. Every time the announcement comes on the PA to come down for stage crew. We are grateful for their tireless contributions and the bright light they bring to our community. So this year's award recipient is presented to a grade 9 student, Austin Young. Our setup today as he was organizing people and bodies. He's like, so Salmon, like tonight, I can't come tonight because I have a cadet thing. And I said, that's okay, we'll miss you, but there might be something special for you later. So he's here in spirit. Yeah. So although Miss Lear, Mr. Fry, and I have been the three musketeers of the stage crew this year, Ms. Lear and I would like to take a moment to give an extra special shout out to Mr. Fry. He has been absolutely instrumental in managing cables and gear, tackling every kind of audio issue, and sprinting to the front of the audience to troubleshoot when microphones decide not to cooperate, which is often. We are lucky to have such a supportive and dedicated colleagues whose collaboration and positivity make all the difference. Moving on to the drama department and the musical.
So we are very lucky at the school to offer drama class for grades 10 to 12. Any of you that might like to take Drama 10 someday or have taken Drama 10 know that it's a highly participatory class, which is sometimes the only drama experience anyone in the class may get. So it is during the course the students might find themselves taking something that they didn't want to take just for an arts credit, which seems bonkers to most of us in this room, but for them it's a real thing. So when they're in the class, sometimes they get bitten by the theater bug, and then they start to ask us about what they can get involved with outside of Drama 10 class, which makes us very excited. Through this year's Drama 10 group, we end every year with a collective creation. And so I have gotten to see amazing different student-led productions, including dystopic societies with like Hunger Games themes, and dramedies that are inspired by Friends, and bank heists, and genre-jumping family dramas and radio plays, and fights with AI, and Star Wars food parody mashups. And it is a joy as a drama 10 teacher to see all those things and to then cultivate those students who might want to join us outside of class. And we are very, very lucky that we have our school musical to offer them a place. So, when Ms. Salmon and I obtained our current position, we knew we wanted to put our focus on musical theater. And this is because it encompasses so many of our students from grades 6 to 12, and both on and backstage. We look forward to next year's production of Footloose, and we'll be adding a lunchtime playwriting club to our fine arts extracurriculars. Our goal with productions is to have students and staff working both backstage and on stage for our productions, and this year we were able to achieve this. We had students who were doing co-op placements, who helped build some of our choral. We had art students who helped with mural. We had parents who were building set pieces. We had husbands of teachers building other things like our boat. It was a full community production, and we're really, really proud of that. With such a large cast, we traveled under the sea, we battled snow days, conflicts with lots of people's schedules, people moving away, and illness to produce a show that we are really, truly proud of. This took a lot of work, both on and off the stage, but the magic that was created was incredibly special. At this time, I would like to ask Quinn Meisner to share some thoughts and reflections about what the Little Mermaid experience meant to her.
Let's go, Quinn!
This is my first year at NX and my first ever big musical. I've only done small ones before, so I thought it was pretty scary because I'm the youngest. But I made friends, I met new people, and I learned new things. I'm sorry for calling you over. Maria, Kate, Jay, Mr. Fry, Miss Salmon, Miss Leah, and Zoe. Plus so many more. You helped me grow in my singing and dancing and overall my musical journey. Finally, when the dance came up with Evening of the Odd, I jumped right in. So when there's a show, my name will probably be there. The musical was the best thing I've ever done all year. So overall, I love you wonderful people in my life. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, Quinn. The Nugget Theater Department offers more than just training in the dramatic arts. It cultivates a space where both personal and collective growth are nurtured. I'm excited to present to you the Humble Heart Award. This award recognizes outstanding participation in our annual theatrical productions and celebrates the spirit of collaboration, dedication, and artistic excellence. It is open to students in both the middle and high school programs, with nominations submitted by peers and teachers alike. The heart of the theater department is like that of the body. All parts are essential, but the heart is always working to make sure all parts are performing at their best. A humble heart leads not by command, but through acts of kindness, a willingness to serve, and a deep respect for others' contributions. They are often the first to arrive and the last to leave, offering support without expecting recognition. You can recognize a humble heart in the quiet encouragement backstage, the consistent commitment to rehearsals, and the ability to celebrate others' successes as if they were their own. This person models integrity, empathy, and grace under pressure. Their humility allows them to grow, take feedback with openness, and always remain teachable. They embody the belief that theater is not just about performance, but about community, connection, and care. The Humble Heart Award goes to a middle school student who is described by their peers and teachers as someone who sings with their whole heart and is full of joy. They are the kind of person who does not just show up. They invest fully in every moment, bringing their energy, their kindness, and their radiant smile to everything they do. They always ask how you are doing, genuinely care about the people around them. They make our rehearsal spaces brighter and our performances stronger. This student embodies what it means to be a compassionate and supportive human being. This year's Humble Heart Award recipient for middle school is presented to a grade 6 student, Quinn Meisner. The Humble Heart Award goes to a high school student who is described by their peers and teachers as someone who stands out for their exceptional dedication and leadership. They take charge with both confidence and grace and work to ensure that everything runs smoothly, no matter what. They are organized, efficient, crafty, and know the value of time and effort. This is someone who effortlessly encouraged the hockey boys to stay on top of their practice and made sure they always knew when rehearsals were, even if they couldn't figure out when provincials and performance were. They are also the kind of person who jumps in without hesitation to help, like stepping on stage into a main role, learning lines and choreography with limited rehearsal time, just to make sure the show could go well. All the while, they also managed to stage manage the production. They were often the quiet hero who gets things done behind the scenes, often unnoticed but always impressive. This year's Humble Heart Award recipient for high school is presented to a graduating student, Joanna Murray. At this time, I would invite Ms. Salmon and Mr. Fry to come forward to talk about improv at Banquet and to present the awards for this important extracurricular.
Alrighty, first again. So, improv as a competitive sport is something I didn't even know existed until October of 2023. I had heard of the improv club at comedy clubs and stuff, but never as a sport. So this was pretty new to me when Ms. Salmon mentioned that she was getting an improv team started back at NECEC that had been missing from the school for a few years due to a COVID-filled absence, as a lot of our extracurriculars were. She needed a second driver because a team of improv people is usually about 8, and we needed to go to Halifax, and of course she's not going to be able to fit 8 people in her Toyota. So she needed a second driver to help get the rest of the team down. So I was like, sure, no problem. That was my first year here, and that was the first time I'd ever heard of improv. Little did I know that when I got to this event, I would become completely enamored with this competition, with this art form, this amazing thing that they had dragged me down to Halifax to do. Before the night was over, I looked at Miss Salmon and I'm like, need an assistant coach? Because I want in. I want in on this, and I need to see more of this. And that was it. She taught me the ropes that first year. And our amazing team of complete rookies at improv, they were almost as new to improv as me. And they went on to take home 4th place in Nova Scotia, which was huge. That was last year. And we even had our very own Ms. Salmon recognized as Coach of the Year in Nova Scotia, which was we didn't get to have, a Fine Arts Banquet last year. We took till this year to get that started back up, so she wasn't recognized for that, but I had to mention that tonight so she can get her applause. This year we were lucky enough to bring back most of that same team. Now, most of them in grade 12. These returning kids had a year of improv under their belts, finally. So they already had some practice. They knew what it was going to be like. They knew how the scenes ran. With our 5 returning players, we picked up 3 more this year, 3 more fantastic naturals at improv. And we set out for Halifax for a fresh season. We're battling teams that are fully funded by the Halifax Arts Program, and we're very happy that Halifax Arts exists, but we just don't have something like that in the ABRCE. So we're battling teams that have their registration paid for, they have free uniforms paid for, they have paid coaches that give them training sessions. We just have me in the Senate. That's it. And a Toyota Corolla and a 2005 Pontiac Sunfire. That's what we got. So we're very surprised when our ragtag group from Canning, Nova Scotia beat out all but 2 teams in this year's provincials. They went on to get not just 4th place, 3rd place in the province this year, shattering Northeast Kings' improv record from back before COVID. They were...
Kindness that the student brings to our community every single day.
Almost there, I promise. So while this team doesn't actually have a captain, there are times when each and every one of our team's players need to be captains. They step up, whether it's because someone's just had the worst day ever, their test went bad, something went bad, they're not feeling funny. And each of them this year really have stepped up as a captain, even our 3 newbies. We're incredibly proud of our kids for being able to do that. But this person pulled up a lot. Sometimes only a few minutes while someone was having a tough day and needed a pep talk, and other times when the whole team was crushed, they needed that leader to pull them out of the darkness that is loss. Because you're gonna lose when you compete, and that's just part of the fun. This year's award recipient is a person who stepped up often and in a huge way. This person showed kindness, confidence, sensitivity, and my favorite, work ethic. Even when others have given up on themselves, they're having a bad day, they're sitting out, he's there with a smile, a joke, maybe some words of advice, probably some song that he just made up on the spot. As I said, there are times throughout the season when each team member really showed they deserve this award. And all of you are amazing. But this person just happened to exemplify the criteria of this award on a regular basis, going above and beyond for everyone on his team. This year's Yes and Award recipient is presented to a graduating student, and I think most of you already know where I'm going, Shane McQuaid. All right. Next up, we have the Improv Club. It's a little bit different than the improv team. So this year, we brought something back that's been missing from our school since the dark days of COVID-19. We brought that back just this year, Improv Club. So the Improv Club is for our middle school students, grades 6 to 8, for them to learn and practice and improve on their improvisation skills. So this might be because they hope someday we get on the improv team, or some of them I think are just there to have some fun. I think a lot of your parents know a lot of our fine arts extracurriculars are so amazing because they're for our kids who they don't seem to fit into any of those other extracurriculars. Well, they fit in with us. And I think for our improv club, that's one of those teams. So the club offers an enjoyable experience to take part in improv and the arts in general, but in a non-competitive lens. So the improv club had a second function this year, actually, which was continuing improv after the season was over. Because in February, when we had that final competition, we drove home and we're like, oh, what are we going to do with ourselves now every Wednesday? That feels sticky, right? So what are we going to do? We tried last year to kind of keep things going, practices going for fun, but without the competition, things kind of fizzled out, right, as they do. But this year, we thought, me and Miss Ann, let's give our team something to do, something to measure themselves by continuing the season. We'll do that with Improv Club. So we devised a plan to have our improv team continue doing improv by coaching. So this year we had the opportunity to teach improv to about a dozen middle school students with the help of 6 of our original team, improv team members. Middle schoolers learn the foundation of improv through games, through skill building exercises, and actual Canadian improv games level scenes. So throughout just 8 weeks, our little club improved massively, coming in from just screaming and craziness to actually being able to put together a full scene. We're very proud of them. They're a serious promise that our improv team is going to have some solid players for years to come. So now to talk about the Improv Club Award, please welcome Ms. Salmon back.
So we're excited to present the Middle School Improv Club But Then Award. This award recognizes a middle school improv club member who demonstrates exceptional promise as a future improviser. They may not always take center stage, but when they do, they show courage, imagination, and a willingness to take risks. Whether boldly jumping into scenes, supporting teammates with generosity, or exploring characters and choices outside their comfort zone, this student is growing into a brave and collaborative performer. Their presence in the club reminds us that confidence and skill growing with practice, and that the future of improv is in good hands. This award is called the But Then Award because it symbolizes the need for a strong future for improv as competition. As new members rise through the ranks of middle school and join our high school team, they join an ever-growing culture of spontaneity, creativity, and bold interactions. The person who wins this award shows a strong future in improv and the promise to carry on the torch for the next generation. This award recipient is known for radiating energy and enthusiasm at every practice. They are expressive, confident, and fearless. Always the first to jump into a game of freeze or bringing a character to life with passion and creativity. Their presence adds incredible depth to every scene, but beyond their talent, they are also very kind and have a collaborative spirit, making them an absolute joy to work with and a valuable part of the club.
So more on that. This student showed confidence in exactly the right way. As we said, they're the first person to jump into a scene or game to get things moving, but they're also incredibly encouraging about our teammates. You would think in something like improv, if you've seen it before, you just want the person that's the most confident, the most able to hop in and take the light and take the stage and just kick butt. But you don't always want that in improv, because that person can really ruin a scene, if you know improv scenes. So we can't just be someone who's going to jump in and steal the limelight. It needs to be someone who's confident to jump in, but shares the limelight. So this person gives us confidence for the future of the Banquet improv team. I'm especially hoping that I get to teach them next year in grade 8. Maybe you can put something in for them there so we know, because I'll be teaching grade 8 next year and they'll be in grade 8. So this year's But Then Award recipient is presented to a grade 7 student, Summer May.
Moving on to the music department. So, music is more than just notes on a page. It's a space where creativity and dedication and community come together to make something extraordinary. It is a place where students learn to listen to one another, to blend their voices and instruments into a single powerful sound. And it's where laughter, lots of it, echoes through rehearsal rooms, and where even the weirdest analogies somehow bring us closer together. So this year, the music department has been nothing short of incredible. We have shared so many unforgettable moments, from the ensemble extravaganza, to the Halloween party, to the Remembrance Day performances, and our winter gathering with Secret Santa exchanges, and we came together for the winter band concert, showcasing our talents at Evening with the Arts, and brought the year to a close with a spectacular spring concert. Lots of things. Through countless rehearsals, we have shared laughs, grown closer, and supported each other. We've all learned so much about music, yes, but also about dedication, teamwork, and the magic that happens when you show up for one another. For the music department's portion of the evening, it is a big one, there will be awards and recognition from each facet of the department and our music parents AGM. So to kick things off with grade 6, I want to talk about grade 6 music. For our grade 6 students, this year was especially memorable. It was the first time ever playing instruments, and they jumped right in, learning the ropes, demonstrating creativity through composition creation, and growing tremendously, and joining our performances. This year, I had the privilege of celebrating the accomplishments of our grade 6 students by presenting what is called the Mighty Titan Musicianship Awards. This award recognizes the grade 6 students who stand out as both great students and developing musicians. Grade 6 is often the first time students experience learning an instrument as part of their school day, but for some, music quickly becomes more than just another subject. This award recognizes a student who has taken their musical journey beyond the classroom, embracing the opportunities to share their growth with others and support the music community. Whether performing a solo or with a group volunteering during class time, participating in fundraisers, or attending workshops, this student demonstrates that music holds personal value. They show up not only with their instrument, but with heart, approaching each rehearsal, challenge, or performance with positivity and purpose. A mighty musician leads quietly but powerfully through encouragement, consistent effort, and a joyful spirit. They are the kind of students others admire, not for being the loudest or most advanced, but for their courage, kindness, and commitment to improvement. Their musicianship is seen not only in their playing, but in how they engage with feedback, support peers, and bring energy to the room. They are organized, dependable, and eager to grow, showing that true strength in music comes from character as much as skill. So the Mighty Titan Musicianship Award is presented to a grade 6 student who models bravery in performance, generosity in spirit, and a genuine love for learning. Their example reminds us that music is a shared journey, and one made better by those who lift others up along the way. So from grade 6, Duncan. This student is described by their peers as someone who's enthusiastic and always encouraging. They are eager to jump into any performance opportunity, and their passion shines through every time they play. They are always there to help whenever asked, bringing kindness and a big smile that makes everyone feel welcome. They are a leader in our class. They are always willing to demonstrate notes, slide positions, and to take on solos and opportunities with confidence and grace. Their positive attitude and commitment to our music community makes them a role model for everyone in grade 6. We are so lucky to have you in the program, and I cannot wait to see all the amazing things you will continue to accomplish. And the recipient of this award is Micah McMillan. I'll make sure that he gets his award. So, from grade 6 Lee. This student is someone who always modeling what it means to be dedicated and engaged musician. They bring kindness and creativity to every class. They are the kind of student who says, yeah, with enthusiasm whenever an opportunity comes their way. Whether it was accompanying the entire grade 6 class during the winter performance or exploring guitar in the Banquet Jazz Band, they approach every experience with a sense of adventure and a commitment to growth. They remind us that with the right attitude and spirit, anything is possible. And I am so excited to celebrate your passion and commitment tonight with this award. The recipient of this award is Hamish Brown. This student can always be heard singing and using the hand signs when tackling solfege exercises before even playing the notes on the instrument with incredible dedication. They truly give it their all and never seem to have an off day. Their peers describe them as hardworking and always excited to be in music class. They demonstrate determination and always volunteer eagerly, and they are always double-checking to make sure that they are on the right track with fingering and pitches. They are supportive, always cheering on their peers and helping others when needed. They are always at every performance and always willing to collaborate and play duets. They are responsible, consistently prepared for class, and committed to practicing. They are respectful, treating everyone, teachers and classmates alike with kindness. I'm so excited to acknowledge such a hardworking student who repeatedly takes pride in their trumpet playing. And the recipient of this award is Jen Medicine. She's here this evening. She wasn't able to make it, but she will receive her award tomorrow. And from grade 6 Corco. So this student is truly a delight to have in class. They radiate positivity every time they walk into the room. They are the problem solver. So they're always asking thoughtful questions, suggesting ways to make our music better, and reflecting on what went well and what we can improve. specifically noting challenges in their instrument section and coming up with ways to ensure everyone experiences success. I must say, they do always laugh at my amazing jokes, and they often ask how I'm doing too. They are always showing kindness and care, not just as a musician, but as a wonderful human being. They are so encouraging to their section, always ready to lend a helping hand. Their peers describe them as encouraging, helpful, and inspiring. They show up for every performance, excited to share their music and participate fully. They embody exactly what an ensemble member should be: dedicated, kind, and always eager to make the group stronger. And honestly, for real, I'm so excited to present this award to such a keen, kind musician, and the recipient of this award is Delilah Dean. At this time, I want to take the opportunity to acknowledge the musicians in grade 7 and grade 8 who participated in both music class and junior concert band with immense dedication, purpose, and a genuine joy for music making. You are all so fantastically wonderful. This year marks the first time we are presenting what is called the Encore Award, an award created to recognize a dedicated grade 6 and grade 8 musician who has shown significant growth and proficiency on their instrument, while also contributing their time and energy to building an accepting and supportive culture within the music department. They eagerly embrace extra performance opportunities and help ensure the arts are seen as valuable and worth investing in by contributing to more than music making. Through their enthusiasm and dedication for music, they help create a vibrant and inclusive and meaningful community for everyone. The Encore Award celebrates a student who embodies leadership, kindness, and a commitment to continuous growth. The recipients of this award have shown remarkable improvement on their instruments and bring enthusiasm to every time we are together making music. They are dedicated to ensemble music making and understand the importance of contributing meaningfully. Their presence makes our rehearsal environment better, and they are just so happy to just be there with each other. Our first recipient is a grade 7 student who has shown tremendous improvement on their instrument. They take great pride in their growth. They consistently work hard to tackle difficult challenges. They know it isn't easy, but that does not stop them. Not only do they invest in their own progress, but they are also the first to step up to help raise money for the music department and to support their peers with encouraging words, or often writing helpful notes on other students' music to encourage them to be successful. They are the first one to notice the hard work that others around them are putting in and are so very appreciative of everyone. The recipient of the Encore Award for grade 7 is Ever Hairbright. Our second recipient is a grade 8 student who radiates a genuine love and joy for music. This year, they have grown into a more confident instrumentalist, and it shows every day during performance and rehearsal. They are always the first to offer help to whomever needs it, whether it's volunteering to perform a class with another student or just simply speaking words of encouragement. On many occasions, their peers have noticed and shared with me how impressed they are with this person's dedication to music and how much they appreciate having them in band. Their joy and positivity for music making is infectious. They are genuinely excited to be part of the music department, always eager to fundraise, and always want to help others to see the importance of what we do and what we want to achieve. It is with great excitement that I'm able to announce that the grade 8 recipient of the Encore Award is Tia Sampson. So in addition to our vibrant classroom music making, I have had the fortunate opportunity to lead extracurricular rehearsals with the NECAC Senior Concert Band and the NECAC Jazz Band. And though small in numbers, they are mighty in sound, and both these groups have become a highlight of my week. Their energy, dedication, and heart remind me of why I do love teaching. We were also able to welcome some talented students from the middle school to join us for Jazz Band Phoenix, Wayne, Hamish, and for Senior Concert Band Haley, Noah Hudson, and also Phoenix. They rose to the challenge of tackling some very difficult music. It is always exciting to see young musicians embrace something new, and their enthusiasm brought a fresh spark to our rehearsals. Beyond just playing the notes, these ensembles dove deep into what music really means. We held after-school solo writing theory workshops and sectional practices that expanded into every corner of the school. Thank you so much, Ms. Lear, for always being so willing to let us invade your space during these times. And music becomes more than notes on a page. It also became the soundtrack to whatever random innovative story I would create to help us understand the purpose and the driving force behind the music. You may have laughed at me, but didn't you play the music better? We learned that showing up for rehearsals was not just about learning the right notes, it was about being present for each other, playing with supportive care and being positive encouragement. As I often say, and you guys know I quote this often, music is not about perfection, it's about progress. Wrong notes and rhythms can be fixed in seconds, but nothing fixes the bad sound on an instrument except time spent with the instrument in your hands and your ears and heart open. All of you demonstrate the willingness to do this. In fact, some ensemble members even switched between instruments, not just because they could, but because I wanted them to, and gave them the opportunity, and they're like, sure. My favorite rehearsals were always the ones where the ego was left at the door, and when every player supported each other, it knew we were contributing to something greater. It's the days when we rallied around our one-person trumpet section, Blue Posh, and our brand new two percussionists, Ethan Chase and Seth Clark, and show that music is about what we do with others, not just about ourselves and how well we can play. It's in these moments when smiles and laughter are shared and the sound we make is bigger than any one of us. And that I'm reminded why conducting these ensembles are really the highlight of the week. The people in these two ensembles just make me smile. You have demonstrated a tremendous amount of ensemble growth at Jazz Band. Nothing says growth like softly as in the morning sunrise. It was a privilege to share these moments with you this year and to watch you and myself, to be honest, grow in ways that go far beyond music. As mentioned for grade 7 and grade 8 music, the Encore Award will be also awarded to a member of the NECAC Senior Concert Band and a member of the NECAC Jazz Band who embodies leadership, kindness, and a commitment to continuous growth. The recipients of this award have shown remarkable improvement on their instruments and bring a contagious enthusiasm to every rehearsal. They're dedicated to music making and understand the importance of contributing. Their presence makes our rehearsal better. Our NECAC Senior Concert Band recipient of the Encore Award is a grade 9 student who began the year in the saxophone section, but embraced the challenge of learning the flute simply because they wanted to try something new. They brought a constant smile and excitable energy to every rehearsal and always supported their section during rehearsals and sectional rehearsals. Each week, I watch this player grow, taking on challenging flute lines with such a progressive, clear, beautiful tone. And not only that, once they learned how to tune their flute, it was like just perfect, magic, and tune all the time. Sometimes, they would also be the last one still playing a section of music, determined to master even the most difficult sections. Their quiet leadership helps lift the confidence of all those around them, inspiring their peers to play their best. They were also quick to lend a helping hand with music department fundraisers and enthusiastically participated in many social events that helped make our department so special. Their dedication, hard work, and spirit embody the very essence of this award. They are, without a doubt, one of the kindest and most deserving recipients of the Encore Award this year. Congratulations, Grace Gray. learning percussion. I remember suggesting, hey, you should try percussion. It's easy. You can do it. And after a brief hesitation, they agreed. From that moment on, they worked diligently, always advocating for their own learning, asking thoughtful questions, and demonstrating a quiet determination to bring their best to every piece we played. They practiced, and practiced, and practiced. They took their music making seriously, and it really showed. Their commitment, hard work, and willingness to embrace new opportunities make them an invaluable member of our jazz band this year. They quickly became the percussionist that glued many of our jazz pieces together, nailing many difficult style changes. They developed a confidence and presence that stood out. They became a strong leader in the percussion section, encouraging and guiding fellow percussionists through the toughest music during rehearsals, and they always arrived prepared and ready to experiment with whatever percussion instruments that are needed. Their enthusiasm was amazing, always being open to whatever the experience had to offer, and always speaking about how they were looking forward to the next rehearsal. They are a true role model and someone who genuinely cares about the music we create together. It is with great delight that I'm able to present Ethan Chase with the Encore Award. The Residence of Excellence Award. At this time, I'm very pleased to present the Residence of Excellence Award, which is very similar in spirit to the Humble Heart Award of the Drama Department. As a music director and teacher for the Banquet Music Department, my goal is to not develop technically skilled musicians who strive solely for individual success. It's much more than that. Through the musical opportunities at the school, we aim to nurture thoughtful, reflective musicians who embrace their own growth, not only in their craft, but also in understanding that music making is a shared experience. It is not just about being good or getting all the credit, it's about learning that music is bigger than one person, and its really magic comes from community support and connection. Every student here tonight is the reason our arts department exists. We are creative, passionate people who celebrate one another and the art we create together. This award recognizes outstanding participation in our ensemble rehearsals and celebrates the spirit of collaboration, dedication, and musical excellence. The resonance of the music department is like that of a finely tuned instrument. Every part has its voice, but it is in the deep, steady tone of character and dedication that gives the ensemble its lasting impact. The Resident Award honors a student whose influence is felt not through the louder spotlight, but through their quiet consistency, humility, and wholehearted commitment to the music and those who make it. A resident student leads not by command, but through everyday actions, showing up prepared, practicing with intention, encouraging peers, and supporting the ensemble as a whole. They are often the ones who assist in running sectional practice, organize music, or encourage others before a performance, though being asked and without seeking recognition. The student demonstrates integrity, empathy, and grace under pressure. Their humility allows them to accept feedback openly, continue growing, and inspiring others by example. Their dedication to practice reflects not just a love of music, but a respect for the group that they are for. You can hear their impact in their sound and feel it in the energy of the ensemble. The Resonance Award will be presented to a student who embodies these values of character, commitment, and quiet leadership in the Banquet Music Department. Our middle school recipient of the Residence of Excellence Award is someone who approaches every junior concert band with a willingness to giggle at their mistakes and embrace musical challenges as opportunities to grow. They welcome every new experience, and they truly see the best in everyone around them. In receiving nominations for this award, they filled my mailbox with the kindest nominations, recognizing other students and seeing the importance of recognizing their efforts. They lift up those around them every day in so many ways, and this does not go unnoticed by their peers. And here's what one peer had to say. She always gives her music and notes to people who show up to class without music, and who can't read notes without a second thought. She encourages people and gives tips to everyone in the trumpet section. She always comes to class with a smile on her face and her instrument in her hand. She is always prepared for class, and she tries her best, and she encourages others as well. Not only is she an exceptionally talented trumpet player who just literally picked up the instrument this year. But she's also a kind-hearted individual who truly embodies the spirit of Residence of Excellence Award. It is with great pride that I announce that this year's recipient is Erin Meisner. I'd like to say someone who's never heard me talk this much, but I feel like that's not true. Moving on. Okay. Our high school recipient of the Residence of Excellence Award is a student who consistently approaches every rehearsal with positivity, kindness, and a genuine willingness to embrace musical challenges. They are always encouraging and never dismissive of others' feelings, and they lead by example with their quiet strength and dedication. This student works incredibly hard, balancing a very busy schedule with a deep commitment to the senior concert band and NACAC jazz band. Even on days when they have an overwhelming amount of homework, they prioritize their commitment to band because they understand that being part of the musical community is more than just playing notes. They brought their homework to rehearsal, both balancing making music rehearsal notes and doing homework. Ensemble music making is both showing up, supporting others, and being someone people can rely on. Their actions speak volumes about their passion and dedication. They know that commitment matters and that others are counting on them. They are dependable, compassionate, and incredibly skilled trombone player. Whether it's being willing to rewrite and play trumpet parts on the trombone to support the ensemble, or offering up innovative musical ideas for songs that involve weird frog-like percussion instruments, they do it with a positive attitude and a desire to help others succeed, but also a strong desire to engage in music making because it's fun. This student is a true leader, someone who inspires their peers through their actions and their music, and I am very proud to have them as part of NACAC Senior Concert Band and NACAC Jazz Band. They embody not only outstanding musical skill, but also a spirit of kindness, dedication, and excellence that makes them truly deserving of the Residence of Excellence Award. And I'm so very proud to have Kate Grant as part of our incredibly fortunate to have the job that I do, and coming into this new position and working with all of you has been an absolute joy, and thank you for the energy and passion and commitment you bring to every rehearsal, performance, and celebration. And it has been an amazing year, and I cannot wait to see where the music takes us next. Very exciting annual general music meeting that will be led by our wonderful music parents executive. And as you enter the cafeteria today, you would have noticed a few reports that speak to our financial standing in the music department and a reflection of this year's events. At this time, I would like to invite our music parents executive to the stage as they will be guiding us through the next part of our program.
As well as involve two students who are both involved in the band program here at the school. As we wrap up our first year, I want to begin by saying how incredibly proud I am of what we've accomplished together. The association was formed with a small but committed executive team. Myself as president, Sherry Bartow as vice president, Stella Stewart as treasurer, and Kim Barlow as our new secretary. Yay! We've also been fortunate to have the consistent support of dedicated parents. A few examples are Jennifer Batstone, Bremina, and I apologize, I probably messed up your name, and Amy Hare as well. Our meetings are open to all parents, and we truly hope to see even more new faces join us next year. When we began this journey, it was with a simple dream to support the music department in whatever ways we could, to help build a thriving program for our students. With just two primary sources of funding, band fees and fundraising, our team worked hard to strengthen the program and create opportunities for our young musicians. It costs approximately $10,000 annually to run a successful music program covering essentials, while also enabling students to take part in enriching fun events. We began this year with just $2,300 in the bank, and I'm happy to report that we're closing the year with $7,050. While we still have lots of work ahead of us, the growth is a testament to the dedication of our teams and the incredible support from our community. Over the past year, the Banquet Music Parent Association met 7 times, and all meetings were held in the school library here. And again, parents are always welcome to attend in the future. Looking ahead, we're excited to grow our membership and continue to build a strong fundraising calendar to support even more amazing events and opportunities for our music students. Before I close, I'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Ms. Katrina Salmon for her leadership and to all the volunteers who have given their time and energy to make this program what it is today. Your efforts do not go unnoticed. I'd like to ask the grad students from the band, they can come up and let you know, Maria. And if you guys could just come up for a minute, I would really appreciate it. And thank you again for being part of this journey. I can't wait to see where we go next year.
So, some of you might not know a lot about Miss Salmon, but she's pretty cool. And one of the reasons she's pretty cool is the fact that Miss Salmon knows all of us. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're in a theater program with a lot of kids, or even in school with a lot of kids, and you can give each kid a little moment of your time that makes them a better art student, a better band member, and a better person, that means a lot as an educator and as the director of any sort of place. And I just want to say, on behalf of all of us grads here, we would like to thank you, Ms. Salmon, for making us the people we are today, both in theater, both in spirit, our actions, and as kids.
So our music executive is absolutely essential to the success of our department. As I've stepped into this position, I brought with me many ideas and a big vision for our music program, what it can be, and how our music association should run. And I couldn't ask for a more supportive and encouraging team to help bring these ideas to life. They genuinely want the best for every student involved in our program, and their dedication is so deeply appreciated. I also want to extend my gratitude to all the parents and guardians who have been active members of the Music Parents Association and who have attended meetings and offered ideas and thoughts. Tonight, I would like to take a moment to specifically recognize and thank each of our executive members with a small gift of gratitude. So Angie, I'm going to ask you to come back. She is our president. and Sherry Berteau, who is our vice president. And Stella Stewart is our treasurer, and she handles all of the money things, thank goodness. And Tim Farlow, who's our secretary. I feel incredibly fortunate to have this team on my side, and I imagine new ways to build our fund and expand the program and strive for excellence. Thank you so much for supporting all of my big dreams, which are really sometimes out there, and for always encouraging the music department. So now we're going to move into a special part of the evening, once I do the clicker thing. Which is recognizing the arts department graduates. So at this time, I would like to kick off this portion of the evening by welcoming one of our lovely music graduates, Emily Lilly, to the stage, as she will be playing the fiddle to help and inspire our program. At this time, I would like to welcome back Mr. Fry to the stage as he will be continuing the part of our program that honors all the graduates in the arts department.
I read the script for seven. I read it. As we celebrate the many achievements of our arts department tonight, I want to take a moment to shine a special light on a group that holds a very important place in our hearts. That's our graduating students. Graduation marks not just the end of a chapter, but the beginning of an exciting new journey. It's a time to celebrate your accomplishments, reflect on the growth that you've experienced, and look ahead to the possibilities that await. Tonight we want to make sure that each of you feels appreciated and truly honored. You've dedicated countless hours to rehearsals, performances, and practice sessions, often balancing arts extracurriculars with your studies, your many jobs, and other commitments. You brought your talent, you brought your passion, and your heart to everything you do, and you made our arts department even stronger, more vibrant, and an inspiring place to be. You've also given so much to the students around you, mentoring others, modeling leadership, and showing us all the power of perseverance and dedication. So tonight, let us pause and truly celebrate each of you. As teachers, we have the lovely opportunity to watch you folks grow, especially once we get to teach you for a few years. And when we get to this point, get to that graduating point, it's kind of like hitting that finish line. So getting to see you folks recognized tonight, I know for me and any of the other few teachers that are in the building, it's a big moment for us too. So you've left your mark on our programs, and we are so grateful for everything you've given. At this time, I would like to welcome one of our graduates to the stage, Joanna Murray, who will be sharing a personal reflection of the Arts Department as a graduating student.
Good evening, everyone, and I'm so honored to be standing here tonight, and honestly, I'm a little surprised. Not because I don't believe in the power of art, but because when I first arrived in Canada just last year in grade 11, I didn't know where I would fit in. Everything was new, the culture, the pace, even the way the school worked here. I was just figuring things out, missing home, and hoping I'd find a place where I could just be myself. And then I found out about drama club. I joined a little nervously at first, and man, did I find my people. And I was always looking forward to those Thursday afternoons after school, staying here until like 5:30 every day. It was fun. Acting was fun, but I quickly realized that I really loved everything that was happening off stage. That writing, the prop making, the stage managing, the directing, the beautiful chaos of a production coming together. That's where I come alive. Not necessarily in the spotlight. I've always loved the behind-the-scenes magic, the quiet creativity that builds the world the audience gets to step into. And I was lucky enough this year to become the stage manager for The Little Mermaid. That experience taught me more than I could ever put into words about leadership, patience, timing, and trust. There's nothing quite like calling a cue and watching the lights, sound, and actors come together like clockwork, or sometimes like beautiful, wonderful mayhem. I also got to take a big leadership role in designing this year's yearbook, which was another amazing chance to be creative in my own way. Putting together something that reflected our community, the faces, the memories, the weird little moments that only happen when you're in school was such a meaningful experience, and you can all take a part in that if you're not a graduating student. Shout out Miss Lear. And as the grade sixes know, I got to write and direct a play. A play that I hated at first, and now I'm so proud of it. A special thank you to all the Drama 11 and 12 students in the room for the hard work that you put into bringing the things that go in my brain to life. Thanks, Adam, Aaron, Kate, Maria, and if I'm forgetting anyone and you're in here, thank you to you too. Circling back to Drama Club, it became more than an extracurricular to me. It became my home. And Drama Pass last year was like a dream. 2 days of theater workshop performances and being surrounded by people who care just as deeply, maybe too deeply, about storytelling and art and 10 rehearsals. It reminded me that I'm not alone in this passion. None of these things would have been possible without the amazing art teachers. Clap for them. Especially Miss Lear, who welcomed me, encouraged me, and gave me room to experiment. You didn't just make space for me, you saw me. And as someone who came from another country, who started over here, In grade 11, that meant a lot to me. It meant everything to me. So tonight, as we celebrate every kind of artist, the performers, the painters, the prop makers, the poets, the people who stay up late editing videos or untangling wires, I just want to say your creativity matters. Your art matters, even when it's messy, even when it's quiet, even when it's just for fun, especially when it's just for fun. Congratulations to all of us for creating, for collaborating, for making something beautiful together, for painting until our hands were stained with color, for solving last-minute tech disasters with tape, hope, and sheer willpower, for memorizing lines and forgetting lines and improvising anyway, for turning blank pages into scripts and empty rooms into entire worlds, for laughing until we cried and crying because we cared so much, for being brave, weird, passionate, and wildly as ourselves, and for showing up again and again with our full hearts.
Thank you very much, Joanna. Joanna, you are part of a lot of different things at this school. But you forgot one of your roles. Joanna is also my fashion consultant. On a regular basis, she'll look me up and down, be like, Mr. Fry, what are you wearing? She's like, that's a black belt. That's a black belt with brown boots, Mr. Fry, you can't do that. So when I showed up at prom parade on Sunday, because I was announcing the prom people on prom parade, I had to find Joanna. I'm wearing my suit. I'm like, is this okay? How am I doing today? Doing okay? Oh my God, that was accidental actually. All right, so at this time, I'd like to welcome Ms. Lear back to the stage, and she has a special presentation today.
I have another hat that sometimes I wear outside of school that I wore for a very, very long time as a theater maker and creator. I ran a theater company for 15 years, and then during COVID, we decided it was time to take a break. My kids are a little bit older, and I needed more time to put into them and a little bit of time for myself while I balanced full-time teaching. But I knew it was going to be okay because I knew I was going to be at NECAC and would be able to direct the school musicals here. However, I had a group of students who I kind of grew up with through the theater company, and we wanted one last hurrah that got kind of canceled because of COVID. So we decided to put on a show that I wrote. It was my first show in 2005, sorry, a long time ago. And so we did a 17th anniversary production of Jump as a way of building a fine arts scholarship for any student at Wharton or NECAC that was interested in pursuing any fine art after they graduated. We were very, very happy that we were able to be successful in that production and that we get to continue arts education for our students here at NECAC. So we are happy to announce the Valley Fine Arts Scholarship is going to Anthony Clipperson. In a post-secondary setting, he did not know he was receiving the scholarship. We saved it for tonight. He's also sharing the honor with a important student who actually worked on Little Mermaid with us this year. Eric was one of our technicians, so he is also receiving a $1,500 scholarship for his post-secondary in tech. So he's very happy to be sharing with you. He finds out tomorrow in the Philippines. And we're happy that you are our NECAC's first recipient. So the Valley Fine Arts Scholarship is a scholarship that is made possible with support of the Greenwich Community Hall, East Coast Endodental Society in memory of Randy Balcom, GMP Dance, Kemper Rotary Club, Annapolis Valley Honor Choir, Lou Murphy's Restaurant Group, Atlantic Fan Services, Matthew Bolzer Income Tax Corporation, Bosa Lay Farmstead, Jordan's Home Furnishing, Deep Roots Music Festival, Realm, Bravely Ghost Box, EOS Natural Foods, Arcan Kitchen, and Studios, as well as the graduate collection. Congratulations. Mr. Fry, it's you again.
At this time, we want to take the opportunity to honor each of the graduates in our arts department. So, when I read each of your names, please come on forward to receive a special gift, a coffee cup with our new Fine Arts logo, which, you don't know, is designed by me. I don't know, plug in there, sorry. So it's thoughtfully chosen with our graduates in mind. It's a small token of appreciation and a reminder to take a quiet moment for yourselves. Sip your coffee, or tea, or just water, you know? And reflect on the memories and achievements that you have made here. And a big thank you to Faith Grant and Sherry Berteau for assisting with these gifts. Could not have happened without you, so thank you so much. So, first up, in severe sports fashion, we have Maria Raiden Rand. Come on. This next one has probably the best first name in the whole wide world. It is Noah Chase. Our amazing, my favorite blazer in the room right now, Shane McQuaid. The man who is unlucky enough to spend every single one of his preps with me and Tony Klippenstein. This is sometimes. I wasn't going to say it. The lady who insults my clothing and gives me something to talk about in therapy, Joanna Murray! Northeast King's future CEO in the making, Gretchen Rayfew. The Newfoundlander Sebastian Gabe Rand. The fiddler who puts great big C to shame, Emily Whalen. This next gentleman is not here, but a wonderful guy to have in the media room and a positive attitude all around. That would be Demario Bailey. And a hopefully future fashion designer, created some really cool stuff with his prom suits, Emmett O'Brien. Okay, he's not here as well. We will get that to him tomorrow. So as you step to the next phase of your journey, know that you take with you not only the skills you've developed, but also the love and support of everyone in this room. Your creativity, your passion, your spirit will continue to resonate far beyond these walls. Congratulations, graduates. We are proud of you. We can't wait to see where life is going to take you. At this time, I'd like to welcome Ms. Sanders back to the stage for this evening's closing remarks and further instructions.
As we come to the close of our celebration tonight, I want to take a moment to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you who came out to support our arts community here at NECDEC tonight and throughout the school year. To our admin team, thank you for your support and your encouragement and for always recognizing the value of arts in our school. To Ms. Lear and Mr. Fry, your collaboration, patience, and dedication to helping to make all of this possible. I'm so very grateful for our partnership in the arts department. And to all the parents and families, thank you for your time, your fundraising effort, and your constant support of your child's creativity and growth. You are the backbone of the arts department, and we couldn't do this without you. Tonight has been a wonderful celebration of our students' talents, and we are so proud of each of them for their hard work and passion. However, before we leave tonight, I would like to invite everyone to the lobby for a group photo to commemorate this fantastic evening, and after that, we would really appreciate it if you could pitch in and help tidy up this space. And as you know, many hands make light work. And we already have some stage crew members here, so it should go like clockwork. So thank you for an awesome year, and we'll meet in the lobby for